What's going on? How y'all doing? So, week 10 of the NFL just wrapped up. Just got through watching the Vikings beat the Bears. Nick Foles got cold knocked out. He you know what? Philadelphia needs him and he needs Philadelphia. His magic in Philly is unprecedented. It just doesn't really work in Chicago. They got an okay team. They got a top 3 defense, but their offense is horrible. But that defense in Chicago with Khalil Mack and them boys, if Buddy Ryan, if you brought that 46 defense, what they play, the Bears are one of the top 3 best defenses I've seen. So the Vikings are now 4-5. They're slowly coming back. Just get a rock to Devin Cook and don't let Kirk Cousins don't do nothing stupid. There you go. Okay, so we're gonna go back to last Thursday before I get to the sadness of what happened to my team. The Colts beat the brakes off of Tennessee, and all these people were coming in my ear talking about Ryan Tannehill for some MVP consideration. I'm like, yeah, Ryan Tannehill got about as much chance of getting MVP as Trump's got about turning the election around. Keep on telling them conspiracy and fake news. It ain't gonna happen. Like I said, Derrick Henry is a beast in the backfield, but they are just a mediocre team. They don't have enough, and the Colts waxed that behind. I mean, they waxed them. Yesterday, as a Bills fan, Kyle Murray threw the haymaker. If you ever seen the movie Uptown Saturday Night, and the late Nicholas brothers, one of the Nicholas brothers, the one was in there, and Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby was like, that little guy can move. That's Kyler Murray. Oh, he is a lot of energy. And then to top it off, to roll out on Ed Oliver, the Bills defensive player, and throw that bomb up to DeAndre Hopkins. And I think I'm looking at you, Bill O'Brien in Houston, because you cost DeAndre Watson something by letting you don't trade DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins is one of the 2 to 3 best receivers going right now. And in them kind of passes like that, the ball hung up there. Chris Berman used to say about the Bills, knock it down. Stop trying to jump with him and knock the ball down. We didn't play good enough to win. We played enough to be there. We had the lead. Josh Allen was okay in spurts, but we didn't play to win that game. And we were getting schooled by another mobile quarterback at the line, be it Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. When the Bills go against Tua and play against Miami, you gotta watch out for the shakes, and you gotta watch for the ball fakes and the pumps on the line. Guys to get pass rush. Bills are not getting pass rush, and they're not tackling. They're not hitting the run properly. And teams are setting up shop against us, sad to say. Elsewhere, the New York Giants beat the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm so tired of hearing about Carson Wentz is overrated behind. He looked like he could be something. Don't compare him to Ben Roethlisberger. Please don't do it. Ben Roethlisberger won games. Carson Wentz looks like the party could be something, and he makes it close, but he loses. Daniel Jones just ran on him. Daniel Jones is one of them raw, flawed quarterbacks, but he's in games. The Giants aren't horrible. They're not good, but they're not horrible. And believe it or not, they're in contention in the WAC NFC East. I don't know. If you can win 6 games in the NFC East, you might win the division. Dallas is still alive. Washington football team lost to Detroit. That game was crazy. Not much to expect from neither team, but, just saying. Pittsburgh beat the brakes off Cincinnati. Joe Burrows had a tough day. That was going to happen. Last night, Baltimore lost to New England in the rain game. Basically, Belichick was able to just do a couple more plays. They were able to win. Miami beat the Chargers. Tua's been looking pretty good. He's been doing just enough. They got the kind of team they're just doing just enough. They're getting by a little bit here, a little bit there. Could it be just enough for them? Oakland smashed Denver. The Raiders been playing pretty good. Been an interesting story so far. So, elsewhere, Seattle been having them woos. They lost to the Rams. And the Rams defense, the Rams are one of the best defensive teams I've seen. The Rams are one of my sleeper teams in the NFC. If they get their offense to match with their defense, they're going to be something to keep your eye on. New Orleans beat San Francisco, but Drew Brees got beat up in the ribs. He's gonna be out for a minute, so it's gonna be interesting what happens with New Orleans, what they do. You know, aside from playing Tampa Bay and maybe another game, they haven't looked that crisp. So I don't know if Jameson Winston gonna get the call. Now we'll see. Speaking of Tampa Bay smashed on Carolina. Teddy Bridgewater did okay, but Tom Brady looked back. You know, they're beating up on second tier, third tier teams. We got to see what they do against somebody high tier, but they definitely rolling. Green Bay survived Jacksonville. I don't know. Green Bay is so much fool's gold. I just don't be sold on them. I mean, I don't know. You know, some of these teams, some of them just look like they're generic as all get out. So anyway, and Cleveland beat Houston. It was an ugly game, but they won at 10-7. That's my thoughts and takes on week 10. How did your team do? Do let me know. It was a tough week as a Bills fan. We're still in first place, 7-3, but gotta play better defense. Gotta get on the line. Gotta make some plays. Hit the like and subscribe to bell ring new video. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for one another. And the NFL season has been very interesting. Like I said, it's showing the contenders from the pretenders. We will see. I'm out.